Here's a quick recap of the Jeff Passan Challenger Game 1. His son, Jack Passan, strikes out the side as he gets all three of the Jomboy Media All-Stars in the first inning. Jake on the mound with a man on third gets the strikeout he needs, but it's a redo because he's just too damn strong.
It's a redo.
Is there no one else?
Right after that, he lets up an RBI single that Joez makes a valiant effort to try and get.
Is there no one else?
Is there someone else to play left?
Now at the bottom of the second, bases loaded for the Jomboy Media All-Stars. Jimmy is up with 2 outs, and he strikes out.
All right, we'll be back for game 2. Welcome to the warehouse where we've got tremendous blitzball action today. I'm Jake Storiale, sitting aside my partner, Jimmy O'Brien.
That's right.
And the matchup today we've got is an interesting one, a unique one. We've got some teenagers from Kansas, one of whom may or may not be my child, as well as some New York natives, also in high school, against Jomboy Media. There was a game earlier, and I could call you Jimmy or I could call you Jolly, whichever you prefer. That game didn't quite have the outcome that Jomboy Media was hoping for.
Kind of an explosive second inning for Bangers and Mash, and nothing really from the Jomboy Media team, the team that declined to call themselves the Jomboy Media All-Stars.
Honestly, with good reason.
Yeah, a little bit.
They played like a bunch of bitches in that first game.
All right, Nelson versus Doyle, here we go. Low for ball 1.
And Luke Nelson struggled a little in game 1 with his control. He's got arguably the best stuff on Bangers and Mash, so.
Yeah. And he tosses the glove away very an accurate toss.
Already questioning himself.
Okay, so ball 2. So yeah, you mentioned he probably has the best stuff of anyone on this staff. I think the move last game, a little bit of a panic move, like make sure I get on the mound for at least some of this game.
That's exactly what it was. He just wanted to pitch in the warehouse, and he wasn't sure there was going to be a game 2.
That's
a strike down, 67.
67.
Bottom of the zone, Jolly. That's a hard pitch to hit for...
Not many people drive that pitch. So he's been staying mostly low against Jack Doyle, who I will say has not been swinging a ton this time.
No. Honestly, I understand they're scared of the kids.
Because now the pressure is really on. You can't lose 2 games in a row to a bunch of teenagers who just started high school.
And we're at the point where the first batter of the game, Jimmy's starting chance.
That would have been a strike, so a good swing there by Jack Doyle.
Sure was.
A lot of heat from Luke Nelson earlier.
And I'll be curious to see if Luke Nelson goes to the breaking ball here. Because we got a 3-2 count, right? So he's got 1 to spoil. He throws overhand curves and sliders.
Goes fastball. Oh! And that's just sound hitting by Jack Doyle. Works it to a full count, gets the pitch he wants, and puts it right between the 2 fielders. And maybe there's a conversation to be had about defensive alignment on this team.
Yeah, the positioning there. The Bangers and Mash, Sawyer Bogetti and Jack Passan are cousins.
Oh.
They also haven't seen each other since they were 1 year old.
No way.
So the communication here, it's, 14 years of absence will do that.
Right, of course. And I mean, there's only so many things you can prep for the warehouse. Points to us on this pitch. And it's low for a ball.
Luke Nelson staying low, staying low.
Because you can prep for pitching and hitting. You cannot prep for fielding a warehouse ball.
Yeah, I wanted him to go to the top of the zone there. In game 1, remember, Jack Passan started with 5 consecutive balls to the first batter and then went 2-0 on Jake Storiale, and he gave him a gift. And I talked to Jack in between games. He said, if he hadn't swung at that, I was in trouble.
Right. Jake swings high again for another loud foul ball. So now it's 2-2.
This is where I go gas right here. He's not catching up to it.
Oh, and he defies.
Good take by Jake.
A really good take. So he can play with his food a little bit here. You don't want to get into another full count, though. And that's a foul ball right at us. A good effort by you, I gotta say. I hope we have a replay of that.
I'm 5'9", assholes. Sorry, Joez. Now you're kids, man.
Joe's at a loss for words. Oh, that one hits him. Maybe a message being sent.
Honestly, I'm surprised it made that loud of a sound. I thought from the looks of it, Jake has more padding there.
I think you got a little bit of a look after that one. A full count, runner on first, nobody out. That's high.
Nelson loses
way
him.
high. Not even
Can't
close.
be doing that. Can't be doing that.
So now we're in a little bit of hot water. There's first and second, nobody out. Nelson will get a third batter for the first time.
Jomboy Media, I think, took it awfully personally that they got shut out last game.
I mean, this has really become an offense-first league since Blitzball Battle 3. To get shut out in a team's first game in the warehouse, that's a statement. And that is a 1-1 count. A really nice pitch from Luke Nelson.
It was not. You know what though? He took a little bit off that. I think he's searching for strikes right now, searching for his release point.
I think he agrees with you.
And that's it right there. That's the thing. Luke Nelson's movement. I've seen it in my driveway for the last month. He can throw some really, really good pitches.
Oh, a great take there by Zoe.
Yanked it a little bit.
I will say, Jomboy Media, they haven't been driving the ball, but they've been working great counts all day in both of these games.
And you need to execute here if you're Luke Nelson.
Oh, so with a great fight there.
Fantastic job of getting that. I mean, he was handcuffed.
That would have been a great strike 3 by Luke Nelson as well.
That was the banger there from Luke Nelson. Yep. Zoe's hoping to match.
Oh, comes at him.
Yeah, and it was 72 miles an hour, so even if he swung, that would have been a redo.
And I think that's the adrenaline pouring in a little bit. Jimmy says no one's rooting for you.
And now we are full at 4-2.
Another 4-2 count. All counts have been full so far for Luke Nelson.
Needs to put this in the zone.
And he gets him.
I mean,
68 dot.
Perfect. Right on the
That is exactly what the doctor ordered. Luke Nelson gets his first strikeout.
Needed that, Jolly.
And now Joez comes up, who, if you remember from last game, had a huge at-bat that could have been even more significant had they won. With 2 on and 2 out, he drew a key walk after being down, I think 0-2, to prolong the inning and give Jimmy O'Brien a chance.
And then Jimmy did what Jimmy does.
And then Jimmy struck out, which was tough. Joe swings and misses there.
Joe's leaning a little bit on that one.
Trying to catch up to that fastball.
Luke Nelson, you know, the one thing that's been difficult for Luke and Jack Passan as they've been practicing is trying to calibrate. Oh, sidearm drops down and gets a
First
swing.
time we've seen that.
Trying to calibrate the gun. You don't know what 70 is with a Blitzball until you come into the warehouse.
Yeah. A bit low there.
Luke Nelson, this is one of the things I love about Luke Nelson. He is Jack's best friend. And he kind of starts feeling himself a little bit and going down, not just sidearm, but submarine for that one.
Not
I don't know.
really
I feel like with
the
2
nerves
runners on, you need to focus on the batter. 2-2.
2-2 count. But I gotta say, I respect it a little
2-2.
bit. He's not afraid of this moment at all. And Joez gets one in the air, fights that one off.
Yeah, Joez
keep that 2-2. Yeah. But you know what? I think it was important for Joez to just put a barrel on something there because he's been whiffing a lot.
I wouldn't call that a barrel.
No, I wouldn't. It's probably a mispronunciation. Oh, way out in front of that pitch. And he is down on strikes. There are 2 away.
Luke Nelson getting his act together right now.
Now I'm seeing the stuff that you were mentioning before. It looks like he's getting a lot more comfortable on that mound.
Yeah, Jolly. He goes riser, slider, overhand curve, sidearm sinker.
Yeah.
And he can throw, he's tooled with a sidearm slider a little bit as well. So
it's a little Tampa Bay Rays action coming at you with every angle in the book.
Vast array of pitches.
That one bounces in front of the plate for ball 1. So 2 on, 2 out. And it looks like it's going to be his inning to finish, which I definitely agree with.
Yeah. And then they've got Jack Passan and Ryan Leonard possible for the last inning.
Right.
I like how this is breaking for Bengals and Nash right now.
It's an important batter to get for sure.
Yeah, because you don't want to bring.
I believe Jake will be up. I forget who led off.
Would it be Jake or Jack?
I think it might be Jake, but we'll see.
I probably should know this. I normally have a scorecard in front of me.
We have this little fidget spinner toy, and that's about it.
Oh,
Jimmy helps him out.
Gas from Luke Nelson.
Yeah. Dialed up at 68 miles per hour. It looks like he's really finding the velocity as well.
That's exactly right. He's found his sweet spot here. Wouldn't surprise me to see some off speed at this point.
Oh, he went.
Got him.
Yes, he did.
Got him with the heater. Luke Nelson, after walking too jolly, comes back and punches out the side.
Yeah, I mean, he worked 3 full counts to begin his day, a single and a walk, and then comes back and strikes out 3 in a row. So Jimmy has changed up a lot recently to try and lengthen his stamina on the mound because he usually looks great through his first 15 or 20 pitches, and then things begin to tail off. So he changed his arm slot to be a little bit more sidearm, so he's taken a little bit of velocity off his fastball, but he's also introduced a new knuckleball and a couple, I think, tweaks to his slider. So he kind of is looking to make a new impression as a pitcher as a whole, and this is a good first test for him.
Is he going for stamina, or is he just getting old?
You know, as an unbiased reporter, I like to give him the benefit of the doubt.
And as an unbiased reporter, I like to tell the truth. That motherfucker's old. Wow.
And I don't know if you've definitely noticed this by now. Whenever Luke Nelson seems to do something out of the ordinary, he'll look at you first for some kind of approval. He takes outside there for ball 1.
I like the fact that he is a very respectful kid.
Yeah, of course. Still having a good time.
Except when he's beating Jomboy Media. A little bit low there, ball 2. And look, I've seen Luke Nelson in a lot of 2-0 counts. This is where he does damage.
Let's see. He takes 3-0. Very patient by Luke Nelson, who I can tell wants to swing out of his shoes.
Oh, so bad.
It looks like he's almost doing jumps and tippy toes, just trying to get a strike to swing at. And he gets one and absolutely rockets it at the ceiling.
That's a single.
For the loudest single I've ever heard.
Oh, is that
and
a foul
look
ball?
at that. Albert Bell's a little bit, says, no, it's a foul ball.
What was it?
113 off the
113 miles per hour off the bat for Luke Nelson. The hardest hit single in the history of baseball.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And Sawyer Bogatti's up at the plate right now.
You were trying to get back up to the plate, right? Little Albert Bell. Now that pitch didn't hit me. No, I'm staying in.
That's exactly right.
So Jimmy's got to shake that off right now.
How do you shake off when a ball gets hit 113 miles per hour?
I've seen a lot of balls hit in this warehouse. That was one of the hardest I've seen. But that's a big pitch by Jimmy.
It is.
To get even at 1-1. So hopefully the new version of Jimmy on the mound can shake off stuff like that and really stay composed.
The new version of Jimmy reminds me of Major League.
How so?
It reminds me of Major League because I feel, actually, you know what a better comparison is? Jimmy O'Brien in the warehouse circa 2023 is Chet Steadman from Rookie of the Year. You know, he doesn't throw as hard as he used to. Every time he throws, a guitar riff plays.
And you see the batter's eyes light up. This feels cruel. 3-1 count.
Feels right to me. Oh, are you actually keeping track? That's thank you for doing it, Jolly.
There's a good
off
pitch.
by Sawyer Bogatti. Jimmy's staying. You know what? Jimmy's staying in there.
Yeah.
After that hit by Luke Nelson, it was just a single.
Yeah.
But man, that gets in your head.
Oh, and that was the knuckler.
That was the knuckler.
He's
you can
really
see it from here.
Yeah.
And if I can see it from here, that means the batter can see it too. Excellent
job by Jimmy O'Brien to get the strikeout there. Nice bounce back against the lefty.
Jolly, Chet Steadman got outs too, remember?
He did.
He got him deep into the game so Henry Rowengartner could come in and close him out. And Jimmy O'Brien with the veteran savvy there.
Who would you say is the Henry Rowengartner of this team?
The Henry Rowengartner of this team? I mean...
Might not exist. Oh, he's going exclusively slow stuff. Gets the ground out.
Brian Leonard grounds out there. Nice play by Jake Storiale.
1 pitch, 1 out. And 2 outs on the board now.
2 outs on the board, runner on first.
Yeah, Leonard didn't get the swing he wanted there.
No, gotta hit it hard.
Yeah.
Gotta hit it hard.
And a little bit of a textbook fielding clinic by the Jomboy Media crew.
Jack Passan at the plate right now. He has been talking so much shit on wanting to face Jimmy. Good pitch there by Jimmy. He's been saying 55. 55, I can hit 55 all day. It's different in the warehouse.
It's very different in the warehouse. I fully agree. You know, a lot of people have had
their defining moment against Jimmy O'Brien in this warehouse. Joe's McFly right in front of us, myself.
Yep.
But, 2023, it could be a new chapter in this book.
Low there.
So 1-1 count.
2-1.
2-1, excuse me.
Good job with your clicker.
You just reset that. Cool.
Oh, and he wears that one. That's what they say about the Passans. They're built tough.
No one has ever said that. Never in
I
history.
gave you an alley-oop and you just didn't dunk it. It's crazy.
Oh. Jack's been talking about 55 all week and swung right through it.
Is that existing in his head right now? Do you think he can hear you talking about that?
I hope so. Because I will be talking about it forever if he does it again.
Oh, that's a swing and a miss. Jimmy O'Brien with a huge bounce back.
Shaking his head and just doesn't,
Won't even look at his father.
No. Can you disown a child in the middle of a blitzball game?
God.
I'm not putting him up for adoption.
I don't think I can answer that.
Imagine this. You're short, just like us, and clothes don't fit you. Well,
you could go to under 5'10" and get clothes that does fit you. I'm not used to sleeves fitting normally. I thought they used to fit bad, but under 5'10" fits me because I am short.
your body's not wrong. Just majority of the clothes are. Under 5'10's here to fix that, and you can use code
Jomboy. Save $10. Oh my God.
Off your order.
Under510.com/Jomboy. Free shipping on orders over $150. Free returns. Go ahead and try a bunch of stuff risk-free.
They got new stuff, Jake. Super soft t-shirts, stretchy polos, that's me actually, and lightweight button-down shirts, that's you.
Some days we'll stay inside and just stretching each other's clothes with under 5'10".
You're 18 years old. You're 5'4". Get over it. You're not growing anymore.
You're done. Your parents are short.
You've
You're
tapped
short.
out.
Wear clothes that fits, Delilah, and get under 5'10" today.
So, interesting that they're bringing Sawyer Bogatti in here.
Yeah, I do find that a little interesting. We've seen, you know, Leonard and Passan have proven success on the mound. They'll go for the new guy, though.
Beyond that, Sawyer told me he doesn't pitch.
Oh.
So
That makes it even more interesting.
So what you doing now, Marshall?
Oh!
Wow.
All right, the net actually does something. That's cool. Nice.
Jack Doyle was taking a daddy hack there. He saw Sawyer Bogatti's stuff. There might not be a breaking ball here. He's sitting fastball, and he wants to hit this one out.
Does Sawyer have a breaking ball?
I don't know.
Yeah, he does have some sort of like ephus type pitch.
Yeah.
Fastball ephus is what we're looking at.
That tends not to play in the warehouse.
No, I don't think so. That's the Jolly Olive School of Pitching, and it usually doesn't go well. I can speak
Fastball
from
and ephus?
Yeah.
Can't spin it?
Can't really throw it.
Who?
Myself. Oh! Bit of a statement there, maybe.
No, I think he just doesn't know how to pitch. Sorry, cousin.
That's family right there.
It is family, isn't it? Oh, maybe so.
You know,
Located well.
Good pitch, good swing, honestly. Sawyer's done a good job so far.
I don't know why Bangers and Mash have two fielders on the left side of the pitcher right now.
I think they're thinking Jack's going to get ahead of the fastball and just pull it.
I like the game plan. Honestly, I put it into play the other day.
I've seen Jack go oppo a lot in this warehouse. He can kind of put the ball wherever he really wants to. And it looks like Luke Nelson takes my word. I might have just helped out Bangers and Mash. Oh, and he pops one up.
Sawyer Bogatti hanging in there and throwing strikes on 4-2.
3-2 is what I have. But you know, I was wrong before.
Yeah,
so
you're
I'm
the
not
one.
really
You're the one
reliable.
clicking. I'm the one not paying attention. So. Wow, good at bat here.
This feels like it could be a big swing for either team.
I don't know. I feel like it's too early in the inning. I want to see them get some runners on.
Like we said, everything could change in one swing. Would have been really cool if he had a home
Yeah,
run.
that
there.
was 4-2.
I don't know where I said 4-2. You said 3-2.
Nope, I don't believe that was the case.
I feel like one of those tennis ball boys.
Doesn't sound right to me.
I don't know what actually was the case. I don't remember 30 seconds ago. What is wrong with me?
You know, it's the warehouse not having any windows. You don't know any semblance of outside. Time doesn't move in
noise.
here. The saw constantly going in the background.
And Jake Storiale got lucky that we hit the Devastator up there.
Right.
It was it's almost like the Tropicana field, you know, the first ring, the second ring. The first ring right there saved him from having a ball off the ceiling that could have been caught by Sawyer Bogatti.
Conversely, we haven't seen Bangers and Mash have a shot to field a fly ball yet, which is one of the more challenging things to do in the warehouse.
I got one.
Yeah, Luke Nelson got one off the wall.
You did get one off the wall.
Oh, Bogatti coming
The ceiling is a different animal. The wall, you at least have the light blue coloring, helps you see the ball a little bit better, but...
Oh, what's it like looking up? It's a black ceiling.
It's torturous.
Yeah. Feels like it would just be a meteor coming out of the sky.
That's up.
That's a hit.
And that should be a single.
So runners on first and second now for Jomboy Media. No outs. It feels like we may, no, we're not going to see a pitcher change. They're sticking with Bogatti.
You know,
Faith in our guy.
Sawyer still looks confident, for sure.
Sawyer's throwing over the plate. Foul ball.
Maybe 2 over the plate. Zoe fouls that one off.
Foul ball.
So 0-1 count.
Yeah, Zoe got a good portion of the barrel on that one.
And that misses for a 1-1 count.
That was a nice pitch. That's... Wow.
Just
that
missed.
is, I mean, that is a veteran take right there from Zoe. Got him with that same pitch, right?
And we've seen that from Zoe today.
Looked like a little bit of a cutter there from Bogatti.
Big swings and big screams.
Yeah.
Hasn't been able to convert yet. Let's see if he can get one here.
He's gone slow and slower.
And now he dials it up.
Low,
So that should be
we got
2-2. Hey, nice job.
I mean, I don't need to.
I was so scared to say the count there. You have no
I
idea.
could tell. I needed to be a good partner and fill in for your incompetence. It was awesome.
Oh, Zoe chases up a little bit for me. Oh. Feels like it should count.
Yeah, it's like a Savannah Bananas game, right?
Still 2-2. Zoe staying in there fighting. Probably the toughest strikeout on this team. And he wears one there.
Yes, he does. 3-2 now.
3-2. Jomboy Media needs to get a run here.
Oh, no question.
They've been in a drought all day. They have 2 on, nobody out. One of their better hitters up. He takes low.
Low for Bogatti.
A walk would be pretty great here, too.
Oh, any base runner here would be fantastic. Yeah, big pitch here. Now this, you talked about a big pitch early in the, this is a big pitch right now.
And so fouls it. Was it into the zone? No, it went
Yeah,
below.
that was in, no, that was in the zone, wasn't it?
I think we're going to get a replay, perhaps. Zoe, was that below the zone? I believe so. Okay. And sails high.
And we're going to have a new pitcher coming in here.
Who's
Looks
in
like
for
it's going to be
Mopper
Ryan
today?
Leonard.
Okay. Ryan Leonard really shined last game.
Ryan Leonard started the second inning last game, throwing strikes. He's mainly a one-pitch guy, but he's a lefty.
It's the new look. It really is everything. Let's see if he attacks early. Joez takes ball 1.
A little low.
Well, there's nowhere left to put him. Bases loaded, nobody out. Tipped into the zone.
Strike 1, Leonard.
So we've seen Joez be ahead on the ball and behind on the ball. Needs to get that timing straightened. Oh.
Another one. Took a little bit off of it.
Good
Strike
choice.
2.
Great choice, great location. Leonard could really use a big
I
punch
feel
out
like
here.
Down. Oh, look at Luke Nelson.
Oh, no. Oh, he win. He win. Joe's completely
Leonard
fooled.
with a big strikeout there.
And you know, it's Leonard on the mound, and it's kind of Luke Nelson back in the field. Taunting a little bit before the pitch, giving the team a little bit of swagger.
Luke Nelson does love talking shit.
Maybe it's what this team needs right now.
Jimmy at the plate here. Luke Nelson jumping around.
And that hits the zone with Jimmy bailing out. Can we get another look at that pitch? That was pretty.
Ryan Leonard just has that Bartolo Colon-like thing about him where all he throws is one pitch. but it's nasty enough for him to not just survive, but thrive.
Yeah. It's got late life, too, which is like gold in the warehouse when you're playing Blitzball. So 1-1 count. Bases loaded, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Leonard got Jimmy last game to end the game, and this would be another huge out for him to get here.
Bangers and Mash really put themselves in a hole early in this inning.
I mean, if they get out of this inning, I might just call it. I might just call it. That hit the zone.
Hit the zone, he's out.
Did that not hit the zone?
It did.
I think it hit the zone, yeah. I was afraid to make that call, but that's a strikeout.
What happens when you don't do this for a living.
That's right.
Just sit there and you're worried to talk.
Leonard moving so fast. Jack fouls one off. He lets out a similar Zoe scream, like he missed that one.
He did miss that one.
Leonard gets away with
what we like to call a dick shot. Oh, haven't seen Leonard do that yet.
A little submarine and a little smile from Leonard as well.
And that's exactly why we haven't seen Leonard do that yet. Stick with the fastball!
Seems like a crazy fan who had a very similar voice to yours, just chirped out. Oh, great take.
Right there.
2-1 count now.
That's Jack Doyle doing this for a living.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, they're in this warehouse.
He's seen lefties, he's seen righties, he's seen risers, curves, sliders.
Takes high.
3-1 count.
Hey, a walk.
I don't know if he's seen teenagers.
I don't think he's seen teenagers. I don't think I'd say that.
I'm glad. That's pretty, yeah. Not something that 20-something-year-old men should be seeing.
You know, the warehouse is a funny place. 3-1 becomes 4-1. A walk would be huge. It would be a run scored for Jomboy Media, their first of the day.
If you're Jack Doyle right now,
he's swinging.
Dead red, absolutely you swing here.
He's swinging. And he swings and he fouls it off. I think that might have been when he missed too.
Good pitch from Leonard.
So a little bit of frustration.
Some encouragement from Sawyer Bogatti here.
A big pitch. Right to the pitch. Strike 3 call.
68. What an exit from Ryan Leonard.
Ryan Leonard
comes in with the bases loaded and no outs and gets out of the jam for Bangers and Mash Challenge.
That might have been one of the better pitching performances I've seen in this warehouse. Against, you know, faces of the warehouse.
No question. And they're being embarrassed by teenage boys.
I think it's got to be Doyle to try and get this thing to extras.
Nelly, are you calling your shot? Wow.
It looks like he's ready to go. There's been a lot of disappointing losses, but this would be a big win for them if they can get a 0 here, put up some runs, and finish this thing off. And Jack comes in hot. And I've seen Jack Doyle do that before.
Luke Nelson. He's complaining about the radar gun. He's done.
That's a strike. 73.
73. So that's a ball. So that's going to be a 2-0 count.
2-0. I don't know if it's frustration or adrenaline, but.
All right, 3-0.
It's been an eventful 3-0.
Luke Nelson.
Tongues out.
He is loving this right now. This is what the warehouse is all about, isn't it? Just people having a good time.
Oh!
73 on the knee.
4-0.
Walking it off like he didn't even feel it.
Doyle smiling a little bit.
4-0. Is green light a good idea here?
No, I don't think
it's
so.
It's a horrendous idea, and that's the problem when you're 15. You're an idiot.
It's like, Jack made it easy for him. Runner on first, nobody out.
Leadoff walk.
Maybe Jack wanted no part of him.
I think Jack wants a part of anyone.
I don't know. Those were very uncompetitive pitches.
Jolly, he's Jack Doyle, man. Like, we've seen this. Didn't we see this?
Takes that sign.
Miss. Didn't we see this in the finals of the tournament?
We did. We also saw Jack rebound.
Yeah, Doyle was a mess at the beginning and then got out of that inning with as good of an escape.
There you go. That's a big strike
right there.
And Jack moving at a very fast pace right now.
Sawyer Bogatti is talking to himself in the box right now.
Swing and a miss on a pitch outside. Really good spot by Jack. So Sawyer, he's got to bear down here. 1-2 count. It's never a good feeling to fall behind Jack Doyle.
No, because you can.
Yeah, because that's what happens.
Yep.
And you have almost no idea what pitch he's going to use because he has about 20 of them.
When you're in there and you're down in the count, can you think about what's coming? Because it's almost like there's not enough time to react.
For certain pitchers he can, but for Jack Doyle you can't because everything's coming in hot and he can pretty much put it wherever he wants to. But he falls behind here 1-0.
Oh, man.
2-0.
Was that first one a strike? Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, that gate is misleading. Swing and a miss. And Leonard's laughing at that one.
Yeah, switching up the lineup here. Game 1, they had Nelson, Bogatti, Passan, Leonard. They got Leonard up in the lineup this time.
Trying to stack the lefties, I guess.
I think that's exactly right.
Jack Doyle with a really good miss there.
You know, we've got Zoe over here saying that's a good take. I'm pretty sure he just didn't see it.
Or you can take one.
And he's up in the box, too.
Yeah.
That's the best pitch he's going to see.
I think that's the rarest thing of all, him being so up in the box against Jack Doyle, of all people. Jack goes underarm. You never want to see Doyle go that low.
Jolly, here's the thing. These are still rookies with bangers and mash here, and the little nuances of the warehouse, like move back in the box, you moron, are not understood quite yet.
Right. That's a great walk by Leonard. Leonard looked a little outmatched in that at bat. He still gets on base.
Now, last time up, Jack Passan was struck out by Jimmy O'Brien.
Yes. Which
he can't feel good about himself for that.
He has to not be thinking about that because you can erase all of that with a hit off Jack Doyle.
No question.
He takes low. Great take.
So we got runners on first and second right now. 1 out.
1 out. Still a 1-0 count. He fouls one off.
He's on it.
That swing was better than I think any of the swings from his last at-bat.
No question. Yeah. I think he and Luke Nelson have been practicing in my driveway, and that's the velocity he's used to hitting at. Oh, that is so good. That is so good.
That is an unhittable pitch.
I don't know what you do there.
That's unbelievable. Jack wanting to keep the pace up, just runs over, grabs a new ball. Doesn't want to wait.
Nope, I don't blame him after throwing that.
Right into the windup. Here is the pitch. This is low. People seem to trust me. That's good. Swing and a miss on 66. That must have been Jack Doyle's hard slider. That is a very good pitch. There it is.
Yep.
Not only does it move horizontally, it's diving away from you as well.
And Luke Nelson at the front of the box as well.
Oh, big cut. 100 miles on the swing.
74.
That's a ball. So both these guys amped up.
1-1 now.
Now it's 1-1. Luke Nelson.
Calling the shot.
The rookie. Oh my, this at-bat is absolute chaos. So we had a 75 mile per hour ball and a 100 mile per hour swing. Luke Nelson steps out and takes a strike, and then Jack Doyle nails the radar. And now it's 2-2.
That is classic Jack Doyle right there. That's the pitch you cannot replicate in your driveway.
No. Welcome to the show.
Lot of Luke Nelson talking so far. He deserved that.
Oh! Off the wall! That's a walk-off double!
Luke Nelson!
Luke Nelson with a loud walk-off double. Looked to the booth to make sure that was actually the win, which I thought was hilarious. Do you mind coming up here? Let's get some words from the kid.
Do you have to go and...
I already shook their hands.
Did you shake their hands? I want to make sure that we're being polite. We are from Kansas, after all.
Luke, what was the mindset going into that at bat?
Hit a nuke, and I'm mad it didn't go out, if I'm being honest.
He's a short, compact interview, I gotta say. I appreciate that.
Being serious.
I mean, you can be a short, compact interview, but how, you have to ask the right question, how do you hit Jack Doyle when he's coming at all different angles, all different velocities? What's the key there?
Swing the bat and hope my hands make up for it.
Are you really gonna do this, Luke Nelson?
I'm being serious.
Yeah, was that the right question?
I'm being serious, dude.
No, apparently not. Apparently I suck at this job, and you know, after 20 years of talking with athletes and getting them to give me expansive answers to their questions, the one person to give me the worst answers is some kid I've known since he was 6. So thanks, Luke. Go celebrate somewhere else. I'm sure you are being serious. Congratulations to Bangers and Mash, Ryan Leonard, Jack Passan, Sawyer Bogatti, and some dickhead who doesn't talk.